The sun beat down with brutal intensity, baking the cracked asphalt outside a decaying gas station that looked like it hadn't been updated since the late 70s. The pumps were rusted out, the roof sagged with age, and the flickering open sign buzzed like a dying insect. Heat radiated off the pavement in shimmering waves. It was 102 degrees, maybe more. No trees, no clouds, no breeze. Just heat, still and suffocating, pressing in from every direction like a vice. A single soda machine leaned against the wall, wheezing faintly, its buttons sun-bleached and sticky. The plastic was so discolored it looked like it had survived a fire. I tried it earlier. My last crumpled dollar swallowed without reward. Even that betrayed me. I stood there, barely upright, one hand clamped against my lower right abdomen. The pain wasn't sharp anymore. It was beyond that now. It radiated out in sick pulses, like molten metal spreading under my skin. My shirt clung to me, soaked with sweat, and my vision tunneled every time I blinked. I was breathing in short, ragged gulps, like each breath might be my last. I didn't know it yet, but my appendix had ruptured. A slow poison was leaking into my bloodstream, turning my insides into a battleground. And she was gone. Lena, my wife. Her car, a sleek silver SUV I bought her as a graduation gift, was already a blur on the horizon, taillights blinking like an afterthought as she crested the hill and vanished. She knew I was sick. I'd been telling her since morning, clutching my side, begging her to listen. I couldn't stand straight. I couldn't eat. I looked like a ghost in the gas station bathroom mirror, pale, drenched in cold sweat. But she didn't care. "You're being dramatic," she snapped, rolling her eyes like I'd spilled a drink on her favorite dress. "You're not going to ruin this trip with your constant whining." Her sisters and mother were already in the car. Seat belts clicked, sunglasses on, expressions neutral. No one looked at me. No one asked if I was okay. Then came the final blow. She smirked like she was enjoying the cruelty of it. "Take a walk," she said, each word dipped in venom. Then she slammed the door, revved the engine, and sprayed a cloud of dust across my legs as she sped off. That moment broke something in me. Not just my body, but whatever illusion I had left about her. About us. We hadn't always been like this. 7 years ago, we met at a wedding by the sea, the kind with lanterns strung between driftwood poles and waves crashing in the background. She was magnetic. Sharp eyes, bold laugh, a spark of danger I mistook for depth. Fell hard. I was starving for connection, and she fed me in careful doses, just enough to stay hungry. Those first years felt golden. We talked late into the night, whispered dreams under the covers, built castles in the air. I worked 2 jobs while she went to grad school, paid her tuition, bought her that car. When her family's small business started sinking, I used my savings to keep them afloat. They called me loyal, solid, dependable. I wore that word like a badge of honor. Only later did I realize it was a synonym for convenient. Then came the cracks. Weekends away with vague explanations. Her phone always face down, always on silent. She'd mock the way I dressed, the food I made, my taste in music. Conversations became battlegrounds. Her family followed suit. At dinners I was the joke they passed around, the dull husband they all laughed at behind forced smiles. And still I stayed. Love makes fools of us all. But 2 weeks before the trip, everything changed. I was setting up her new laptop, syncing her cloud account when I saw them. Text, dozens. From her to someone else. Calling me dead weight. Saying I was too boring to cheat with, just convenient to cheat on. Photos. Videos. All the proof I never wanted. And then I saw the responses. Her sisters laughing. Her mother reacting with emojis. They all knew. They all approved. I closed the laptop with icy calm. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. Something inside me turned cold and clear. I didn't confront her. I didn't beg or threaten. Plan. First I saw a doctor. The pain wasn't just in my head, it was real and it was dangerous. A ruptured appendix. Deadly if left untreated. Still I said nothing. Instead I moved silently. Transferred our joint funds into a protected trust under my name. changed passwords, updated my will, installed a GoPro on the dash of her car, set to record front and back views with audio. I offered to drive that morning. She refused, said I'd ruin the trip. I just smiled, knowing the camera was already rolling. The gas station wasn't an accident. It was 87 miles from the nearest hospital, nearly 100 from the resort. No buses, no taxis, no cell signal. She thought she was leaving me to suffer in silence. She had no idea the whole world would hear me scream. 5 hours passed before the old station owner came out and found me slumped by the wall, barely conscious, drenched in sweat, lips cracked and shaking. He called an ambulance. I don't remember the ride, just the pain. And the clarity. In the hospital, after the morphine softened the edges, I posted the video. One clip. One moment. Her voice sharp and clear. Take a walk. By midnight it went viral. By morning it was a headline. Wife abandons sick husband at remote gas station. News crews swarmed the ER. My room filled with flowers and camera flashes. I said nothing. I didn't have to. The footage spoke for itself. Then came the fallout. Someone leaked the texts. Screenshots went viral. Her law firm suspended her indefinitely. Sponsors dropped her. Her family's business, the one I bailed out, came under IRS audit. I didn't lift a finger. The truth did all the work. The final blow came live on TV. She was doing damage control, trying to spin the narrative, paint herself as overwhelmed, confused, misunderstood. That's when the courier arrived. Divorce papers, delivered on air, labeled urgent. Her face cracked. Live. National. Viral again. A meme within minutes. She left 3 voicemails after that. Crying. Apologizing. Blaming the heat. Claiming she didn't know how sick I was. But I knew better. You don't leave someone you love to die unless you've already imagined your life without them. She just didn't expect the world to notice. Now every morning I walk. Long, steady strides under clean skies. No more heat waves, no more shadows. Just silence and peace. I'm not angry. Not bitter. I'm free. Revenge wasn't about hurting her. It was about showing the world the truth. Letting her mask slip. Her name is mud now. Ash in the wind. Cautionary tale. Mine. I rebuilt it brick by brick. Because when someone you love tries to bury you, make sure they live long enough to watch you rise.